Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of American Truck Simulator. Right now we just inherited trucking company from our great grandfather. We had it in the will and we're going to try to get this thing back started. We're in boatload debt, about 400k that our great grandpa took out before he died. And we're going to try to get out of that hole somehow with 2 trucks and 2 trailers. Let's start off now. Let's see what they got in the cargo market. We'll probably run some wood shavings down to Bozeman. Forgot to also point out this is a modded playthrough, so we'll be using custom engines, custom trucks, and some money mods give us big boosts, but nothing too crazy. So now let's turn this thing around and let's get loaded with some wood shavings. We might gotta turn this thing around here instead of jackknifing it. Pretty nice sawmill here. We are outside of Missoula, and looks like we're going to Bozeman. We're running a 3406E cat hooked up with 15 speed 355 gears. Things should be able to get over Mountain Pass. Let's save us all the hassle there and get this all loaded up. Alright, so we got about 26,000 pounds of wood shavings. Should be a pretty light load. I was about to say, it looks like we're doing good on gas, but we'll probably have to fill up right before we head out on this journey here. It's crazy how much this game has changed since I first saw YouTube videos on this. Crazy that now we're almost halfway through the whole map. Let's see, let's take this turn here, pretty smooth. Looks like we're getting 7.3 miles per gallon. Not sure if that's good or not. But this tuned up 425 horsepower 3406E is probably drinking up all the fuel it can get. And shoot. Should have swung a bit wider. What does everyone think about the upcoming South Dakota update? I'm pretty stoked for that. But every new state update, it has me excited because we're closer to finishing the whole map. There we go. That's a tight squeeze. Alright, time to get on the road. Time to find a spot and fuel pumps. Looks like it's not packed today. And there's a spot right there for me. Oh. We're probably a bit crooked, but it'll work. Probably go and walk in and get me a roller dog. We don't really got time for roller dogs. Plan is we're going to finally get a sleeper for this truck, or get a 379 or big Kenworth, and we're going to make a trip up to Alaska and make our millions up in the oil fields and stuff, help build the pipeline. Now let's hope. Before we get on the road here, let me change my settings real quick. Let's see, where's engine brake? There we go, Jake brake. And let's see, where is Where's our blinkers at? There we go. Now we're good to sail. There we go. Now we're on the highway and should be smooth sailing from here on out. Pretty light load though. Not as heavy as coal or whatever. I mean, they did really good job with Montana right here. I mean, just you got beautiful scenery and I mean the interstates are dead on too, and I mean we're getting a little bit of death wobble here in Peterbilt, but it's a used truck. I believe this thing has about 14 or 40,000 miles, or I think it's like, I don't know, it's probably 1,000,000 miles or something since they put the new engine in, but I'm not sure. Probably need to get new steers on front or whatever. It's probably doing the classic 389 thing where it just randomly just eats steers like crazy. And here we go, we're about to head up the grade. Can't wait for SCS software to finally release the Peterbilt 589. Let's hope they actually get rights to do that, because I know they do like to push or they got the contract with different trucking companies, PACCAR, and all that good stuff to finally put in their brand new stuff, but you figure we would already have the W990 by now. But that's where the modders come in. They make the game much more fun. Game is fun on its own, but the modders add more flair to it and they keep the community going. Looks like we're passing through Butte. Let's hope way station up ahead is not open. If it is, we might just gotta blow the scales on through. Let's just hope the little chaser car won't get us. There we go, little city of Butte, Montana. And when we make enough money, we'll probably sell these old coal trailers or whatever and get some nice reefers and get reefer fleet going. I know the other Kenworth that I got in the will that I got a driver running, buddy of mine, agreed to help me out with this. That thing's been worn down. It's been probably with the company for about 15 years now. 15 or 10 years. Thing needs a overhaul and everything. Probably new tires on everything too. And let's let the truck's Jake brake hold us back down the hill here. Whoa. Almost went off the road there. There we go. Looks like we're off the interstate now and whoop, coming in hot. At least it's a nice green light now, shiny green light. small town of Bozeman. A little store over there. People get their food and got a steakhouse there. Might gotta stop by that thing next time I'm down here. Little grain mill there, or grain processing plant. And here we go, red light. Alright, let's take this right turn here. Smooth as butter. Let's see who can outpull a little plastic truck here or this truck. First one to the light wins, and looks like I just got my ass whooped by Cascadia. One day I'll beat him. We ripped the engine out of this 3406 out of like an old 94 Mac that had it in there, and we just decided to throw it in here. It's been rebuilt, but it has its age on it. It needs a really good overhaul. Thing probably has about 1,000,000 miles on it. And here's our location. Wonder what these wood shavings going to get used for. Fire starters all the way up to your cardboard, or they might just shape them into pallets. Let's see what we got here. Let's see where they need it, and we'll give it to them. Let's pull up here a bit. Here we go. Time to get this thing unloaded. Looks like we made 38 grand on this thing. We can now actually afford to get a full tank of gas and, I don't know, small bag of Jack Link's jerky. Let's upgrade our distance and all this stuff. Fragile cargo, and we'll get my hazmat explosives certification. Might gotta go and see if I can haul fuel and stuff. But I believe that's about it for today's video. Stay tuned for part 2 and we'll keep this dream going. Stay frosty.